What is up, everyone? We are here with what is going to be our third video in this series of helpful tip videos for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. So, I don't have as many things as I'm going to cover in this video as I have in the previous ones, but what I'm going to cover, there's a lot kind of with it. So the first thing I want to start with are summons. Okay? So eventually you will unlock the ability to do summon quests, okay? And in doing this, this will allow you to get the stat streams for the summons, okay? I have put out a video of me doing the very hard Ifrit clears, showing kind of what setup I had going into those. Feel free to kind of try to mimic that the best you can. And yeah, so I haven't done, I've done Shiva just the up to hard. I have not gotten into very hard Shiva yet, and Ramu I have just done normal. Now, while we're on the topic of summons, we're going to go into the growth for summons, the stat stream, if you will, for summons. Because I want you to learn from my mistake. Okay, so as you attempt to do summons, you're going to have to unlock the summon abilities. So before you start going heavy into doing like your crisis dungeons and stuff like that, as soon as you get them unlocked, I highly suggest, you know, starting with Ifrit. So let's go start with him, I guess. I should still be able to see this stuff. But as you go to start your summon, you know, and you have to bind it. You know, for your first memory here, you need to get Radiant Plume. You just have to do 15 Ifrit memories. That's not too hard. Now, what most people are going to then want to do is jump directly into Hellfire, which is what I did at first. You know, so I did everything here. The thing I was having tons of trouble with was clearing the trial for very hard. Something that really helped me was to do the Shiva summon stream. And I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. But what's going to really come back to bite you in the ass is this part right here. Clearing the crisis dungeons. So don't, I would wait to start working on your, you know, hardcore into your crisis dungeons. Don't like blow through all your tickets until you can do what's here. So like doing the La Peña coast with a normal S+. And this again, just normal, not hard. That's where you get into these here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, hard. So for whiteout, yeah, you need normal. It will not register unless you are set up to unlock this summon ability. Now, for me, I was able to kind of switch over to Ramu and do the one for him before I had done the Shiva one. Again, you get a 24-hour, you're kind of stuck in that summon bind before you can switch again. But again, it does not retroactively count you clearing a crisis dungeon. You have to do it while this is set as your bound summon. So I suggest waiting on those. I mean, don't let your tickets burn, of course, but there's no point in having to go back and do them again. All right, don't waste time like that. Especially with the crisis dungeon tickets being as infrequent as they are. You know, we get 3 a week. So that's something to think about. I mean, you're going to be stuck for a whole week if you've burned through them all. Okay? So don't make that mistake. So I would get everyone's first summon. All right? Do everything you can to get the first ability for each original summon. So for all 3 we've got so far. Then go back and start working on the second one. Okay? Because once you've got the first one, so right now I'm bound into Thunderlance, or not Thunderlight, sorry, I'm bound into Shiva, trying to work on the Diamond Dust. So even though I'm bound there, I can switch back over to Ifrit and continue to spend his stats, which is great, because I can keep buffing him up while I'm still working towards building up Shiva, which is going to be awesome because I need Ifrit probably to beat Shiva. So that's something to think about. And by the way, if you didn't see my summon video of beating Ifrit, what I would highly suggest doing before you take on very hard Ifrit would be to switch over, get Shiva's whiteout, and get that to level 5. Alright, that's really going to help you out with Ifrit. So again, kind of retouching what we did here. Summons, go in order, Ifrit, Shiva, Ramu, get their level 1s, then go back and start level 2s. Alright, again, try not to burn through the Crisis Dungeon tickets until you need them. Don't let them go to waste either, but hold 1 or 2. That way you can do those dungeons that you're going to need, because like I said, they do not retroactively go in. You could start the quest for 1, do that dungeon, switch over to the other one, which again is going to lock you into it for 24 hours, do that dungeon. After your 24 hours is up, switch to another one. Again, you're locked into it for 24 hours, but then go and do them, and then there's your 3 tickets. Okay? So like I said, don't do what I did. Alright, so while we're in the stat stream, let's talk about the character stat streams. Got my notes here in front of me. So with the character stat streams, alright. So first things first, we currently, it's not easy to get the memories for characters to max out both limit breaks. So, what I would suggest doing is look at each limit break and decide which one to you is going to be more beneficial. Okay? So for example, I'm looking at Sephiroth's here. Sure, Astral Gate does 1,000 physical magic non-elemental damage, single enemy, 1 hit, done. Ardent Flame, on the other hand, while it's weaker, 640%, raises physical attack up to mid with a potential of high. Magic attack, mid with a potential of high. So, that's something to consider. Do you see this, something that you're going to use to buff yourself? Are you going to need those buffs? If you're not going to need those buffs, go for the higher damage, right? So that's kind of something to think about. Eventually, we may get enough memories that you can max both. Right now, memories are a little harder to come across. So, yeah, like you may not be like, I've sat here and boosted all his stats. I have yet to touch his limit break abilities in the stat stream. So, yeah, he's got a lot of stats so far, but like I said, his limit break is still base, and I have not chosen the other one for him. In the instance of Cloud, I went ahead and unlocked his second limit break, which may have been a dumb thing to do because I did have to spend his memories on it. Because at the time I didn't really think about the fact that memories are harder to come across. So again, this is one of those mistakes I made to learn from my mistakes. This one attacks all enemies, so I was like, oh cool, yeah, I want that. But when you're dealing with bosses, the boss is typically going to be one enemy. This is going to be more beneficial against one enemy. This, not so much. Now I only spent it to get it here. I never leveled it at past 1, so I went ahead and boosted his cross slash. But when you get to the later stat stream parts, it starts costing memories just to even get some of these other branches, even if you're not going into a limit break. So that's what I'm saying. Again, you're going to need some of these. So maybe don't use them right away until we have a way to maybe farm them easier or whatnot. And like obviously you guys only get so far in the stat stream anyways. because right now I can't go past this until we get cloud to level 55, and currently 50 is the max. But we can see it will go up further. So back to the whole character stream. Again, obviously these will cost your pieces. These are not a bad thing to farm. But I would suggest just working one character at a time. Alright? Boost up the one character till you kind of hit his max level, and work on another character till they hit their max level of how far you can get up in their stat stream. Rinse, wash, repeat as you break the level cap. So I think it's like at 30 there's an unlock, at 40 there's an unlock, at 45, and then at 50. And then again at 55. But every time you hit those level breaks, go in, and again focus on that one character. Alright, get them beefed up. So that should do it for the stat streams. Alright, so the next thing is going to be a chunky thing, alright? And there's a lot of explanation going to go into this, and I apologize. And that is Materia Synthesis. Alright, mine is currently empty. Once you get to a point where you have a lot of elemental resources for materia crafting, don't leave this empty, okay? You really almost always want to be crafting. You always should be synthesizing. You start off with 3 materia synthesization slots, and you can purchase a 4th and a 5th. I don't recommend purchasing a 4th or a 5th until, again, you have the ability to completely fill them up. Alright, if not, it's a waste of blues. But once you can reliably, continually craft in all 5 slots, oh heck yeah, go for it. What's the point of this? You get some pretty sweet materia occasionally. Now it is RNG, alright? You gotta say your prayers to RNGesus to get your good materia. So when you synthesize, so I'm gonna work on a, let's go water blow materia. Sure. So we can see here, down here, or that it's gonna give up to 4 substats will be chosen at random. So substats can be physical attack, they can be magic attack, they can be physical defense, magic defense, HP, and heal. Now, magic defense and physical defense will always be a solid whole number. Alright, they're going to be +5, +2, +1. Your HP, your heal, your physical attack, and your magic attack can be a solid number like that, or it can be a percentile. Okay, percentile in the end will end up being better than a flat number, because as your power level increases of that character it's attached to, so will that percentile. Alright? Yes, if I have, 100 HP, and the materia gives me 1% HP, I get 1% of the 100 added to it. 1% of 100 is 1. So if I had a 1% with 100 HP and another materia that gave me just a flat 10, yeah, the flat 10 makes more sense. But as you start building up that HP, again, you get that, 1,000 HP, 2,000 HP. Now you can see where that percentage is going to end up being better. Okay? So materia is going to be an in-game thing right now. I'm sure something will eventually power creep it and make it, and that'll be the new in-game thing, but for right now, our materia is our current in-game item. So 4 substats will be chosen at random. Here's the thing, you want to try to get as many substats on a materia the moment it's crafted. And I'll explain why in just a moment. So let's go ahead and craft ourselves some water blow. Alright, we can add materials to this. Current materials we have are these 3-star catalysts, we have 4-star catalysts, and in the current event we have right now, it is possible to get 5-star catalysts. I don't know if they're the evening, the night, the morning, or dawn ones, but it is possible to get 5-star. And right now I think it's the only way to get the 5-star. Now here we can see these are the places we can get them. for 4 and 3. So, as we add these, we're going to see that this is going to guarantee me a synthesis level 2, which is going to give me a 2-star up materia. We see the little white bar here. This is its experience, if you will. If I don't add anything, this could be a 1-star up to a 5-star. Now I know it's going to be at least a 2-star up to a 5-star. And as I keep adding these, now we're going to see, okay, now I'm guaranteed 2 substats. Keep in mind, 4 will be chosen at random, okay, over time. As we level up the materia, it's going to gain all 4 substats. So we're going to keep adding. All right, now I'm up to 3. There's 10, or still 3, and I can't get that up to 10, or to 4. I wish I could, and I'll explain why in a moment. So we're going to back this back down to the minimum to get 3. All right, so that's going to cost me 3 and 10. I'm going to add those. So materials are now added. So right now it's going to take approximately 306 minutes. This is, from what I've tested, getting close to this within about, I think it's like 10 minutes either way, when it's this high up at least, is basically a 3-star, okay? If you go way past this, so 306 minutes would be 5 hours and 6 minutes, right? So if I see 5 hours or something really close to 5 hours, I can almost guarantee I'm getting a 3-star. If it were to say 6 hours, I'm probably looking at a 4-star. It is possible to craft 4 stars, and supposedly it's possible to craft 5 stars. I've not seen one yet. So I'm going to go ahead and synthesize this one. Let's see what the numbers pop up with. Now keep in mind, this is straight RNG. Right now, I'm just guaranteed a 2-star with 3 substats. So let's see how close we get to that 5-hour mark. Synthesize. Oof, alright, so 4 hours. Not as good. Let's try another one. I think it was 3 and 10. Yep. Alright, so let's add these. Let's see what happens. That's 7 hours. Alright. This one might be a 4-star. We're going to check that here in a second. Now let's do one without. Okay, let's just do a water blow. No materials added. So this could be a 1-star or up, and it could have 1 to 4 substats. Synthesize. You can see this one was only 3 hours. Alright, so let's shorten these times down. We're going to use some bookmarks here. Alright, we're gonna see what we got. So let's do it in reverse order here. So the 3-hour one. What'd it get us? So the 3-hour one got us a 2-star with magic attack plus 0.6%. Now keep in mind, this is a physical. Magic attack is not our best substat for this. Now it doesn't mean it's trash, but something to keep in mind. Every 2 levels, this is now going to gain a substat. This can max level 5 in its current state. The reason you want to have as many guaranteed substats as when you create it is, again, like I said, every 2 levels it's going to gain a new substat. None of these will be touched. It'll gain a new one. Once all 4 have been gained, the next time something would happen to one of the substats, they have the potential to level up. So if you were to craft one that had all 4 right at the beginning, the moment you take it to level 2, one of these will level up, because there's nothing to gain. So right now with only 1 substat, it's going to take me, so level 2, level 4, and then level 6 before any of these will begin to increase. And again, which ones I get are going to be completely random. I could get magic attack, heal, physical defense, magic defense. That's not great for a physical attack. Alright, let's go to the 4-hour one. See what we got here. Still got a 2-star, okay. So we can see this gave us the 3 substats. Alright, heal. And again, your physical person probably isn't going to do much healing unless maybe it's Tifa. Or Lucia, maybe. MDef, again, that's always going to be a flat number. Now here we got a physical attack of +2. Again, here is where you kind of want the percentage. Now the benefit to this one though, having the 3 substats, is again, I get to level 2, I gain my 4th substat. At level 4, one of those 4 substats is now going to level up. And again, if the physical attack one had been a percentage, if it had leveled up, that would have been amazing. So let's see what we get for our 7-hour one. So we're going to shorten the time. And we get... Hey, we got a 4-star water blow. Ah, suck. So, again, we got that heal, magic defense +3, physical attack +5. Oh, if that would have been a percentage, that would have been amazing. Something else you're going to notice, by the way, the numbers were a lot higher on this one. Okay, so the higher starting rarity it gets, the higher these numbers will be. If you remember, the heal, I think, was 0.8 on that 2-star one. This one has a 1.6. It's double that. I mean, that's amazing. You know, this is almost, I think what the physical was physical attack +3, so this is almost double what that one was. Just going from that 2-star to 4-star. And again, if these start higher, when you level them up, they're going to get better from that. And again, it is still completely random which one of these 4 would level up. So it is possible that only your magic defense one increases. You got this, you know, killer starting materia, you've got some amazing starting stats on it, and then the wrong substat levels up. That's why this is in-game stuff, okay? You can hit lucky though. There's no reason not to go ahead and start crafting some of this stuff, because you could nab yourself a 4-star. Again, this is still going to be better than the other water blows I have that even are 3 stars, I think, at this point. So let's talk about the leveling up process now that we see what this part looks like. Alright, so the synthesis process. And again, this is one that we did use 3 of our 4-star synthesis and 10 of our 3-star synthesis. Like I said, do pay attention to those times. Those times do mean something. Alright? If time is way over that recommended, or the time, you know you're getting something good. Alright? And not all materia is created equal. Okay? Fire is going to take 150 minutes. Blizzard takes 150. Thunder takes a 50. Quake 306. Water 306. Arrow 306. Cure 640 minutes. To get a guaranteed, basically to get a 3-star, you're looking at almost 10-hour craft, almost 11-hour crafting time. Barriers are 150. Healing Asuna 640. All of these 640. Breach and Mana Breach are only 50 minutes. Same thing with your sigils, they're only 50 minutes as well. Okay, so not all materia is created equal in that sense. Some will take longer. It is possible you could go into the shop and get yourself one of the passes. It's this one right here, and you could reduce your synthesis time by 30%. You got $3 to spend every week. It's not a bad pickup. But you're spending $3 a week. All right. Yeah, you're gaining 480 crystals, but those 480 crystals aren't going to do squat right now. They're going to have to build up over time. So, alright, back to materia. Alright, so now we've got this materia. What are we going to do? So here is our new water blow materia. We're going to level it up first. So I'm going to show you what I mean by the whole, these will increase first. So we're going to level up. I'm going to use materia, alright? Because here's the nice thing, as you're making all this materia, you're going to get some junk ones, alright? Well, let's throw it in. You'll notice that now it goes up to level 2, right? This turns green, meaning it's going to increase. This turned green, which means I'm going to gain a stat. So let's just go ahead and gain our stat. Let's see what we get. It's HP with a percentage, could be good. 1.7%. Okay. This isn't a terrible materia. With these stats right here, the only thing that could have made this better is if physical attack would have been a percentage. And if I'd gotten 4 substats, I guess, off the bat. Alright, so let's add another thing here. So see, going up to level 3, nothing increases here, but our ability increases. So let's go ahead and increase it. I was hoping we get another critical success. We did not. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of some of these our waters. Again, magic water doesn't need physical attack. Alright, we're going to get rid of that. This maxes out at 5, so we can go ahead and do another one. We're going to hold on to this one, because this could potentially roll a magic attack here. Yeah, this one we'll throw on there. Alright, so that's going to max at 5 out of 5. So you'll see that this is going to increase, and one of these now is going to randomly level up. Hopefully, looking at the numbers, I will take either physical attack or HP. Hopefully it's one of those two. Again, I got a 25% chance. Well, 50% chance I'm going to get one that I want. 25% chance that it's one of those specifically. So here we go. Go for one of these two. Ah, and heal went up. The heal doubled, alright? Went from 1.7 to 3.4. I mean, again, could you imagine if this did that? Or if, again, here, this had been another 1.7 and it went up to 3.4. Alright, now that we've hit level 5 is the max for its base form. Now we enhance it. We're going to upgrade it. Okay? This is going to allow us to level break up to level 10, and it's going to go from Water Blow to Watura Blow. Now, what's the difference between those? So Water Blow currently does 241 physical damage in its current 4-star state. 264. And that's not going to increase its level at all. It's going to stay at level 5. Just going from Water to Watura will do that. So let's go ahead and increase it. So it is possible, by the way, when you do an upgrade like this, that the rarity will increase. I've seen, I've had 2 stars go to 3 stars. I have yet, and supposedly it's possible for any, a 1 star to go all the way up to a 5 star off this one increase. I've never seen it jump 2 stars, so I've never seen it go from a 2 to a 4. I've seen a 3 go to a 4. I've seen a 2 go to a 3. I've never seen a 1 go to a 3 or a 1 go to a 4. Again, the main problem being, though, keep in mind, if it started off as a 1 star, these are all going to be a lot smaller numbers. Starting off at a higher rarity will have better numbers at the beginning, which is going to be important now when we go to upgrade again. Alright, so now let's upgrade again. Let's see, which of these do I want to get rid of? We can get rid of this guy. So we're going to go up to level 6. Again, we're going to see one of these is going to increase. Because again, every second, or every even level, sorry, these will increase. So let's throw that on there. What else? I don't think this guy was any decent for me. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get rid of it. So it's going to take me up to 7. Alright, let's increase. So again, hopefully one of these two level up. It went up to a 12. This is looking like a pretty solid materia right now. Again, the only thing that would make this better is if this had been that percentage, alright? And we would just keep doing that. We're going to keep adding and working on maxing up our materia. And again, as you craft it, you can dump the bad ones in and just keep the good ones. We could go ahead and optimize. You can see even where I'm at right now. Let's jump that back down. So I'm at level 7 of 10, using 11 mediums, which is all I've got, and 86 smalls. That only takes me to level 9. That's not worth it, in my opinion. So using over half of these would take me to level 8. Really need some of these large materia, which can be bought with crisis metals, but they are super expensive. Do we want to go ahead and see what happens with level 8? Oh, I kind of do. This thing rolled really well. I guess aside from that. So let's see. Let's see if we get another physical attack increase. Hey, look at that. This thing's beefy. So, that's the basics of materia creation, so synthesis, and leveling up. Now, so one other thing I haven't mentioned yet, sorry. Alright, so like I said, this thing's looking pretty good. Lock it. This will prevent you from accidentally using this thing. Alright? Lock the ones you want to keep for right now. And then as you go through, like, oh, this one's not locked, I can use it. I would also suggest, by the way, as you're doing the story mode, lock D-Faith, because we only have the ability to have one right now. And I would lock the D-Brave you get from it too, because the other D-Brave we got, where is it at? There it is, was only level 1. Or, 1 star. Look at those stats though, 1, 2, 2, 1. And that's level 5. 1, 2, 2, 1. The one that we got that's level 2, percentages, 0.9, 1, 2, 0.5. And that's at level 5. These cannot be upgraded. Okay? So, like I said, you want to aim for as many substats as you can on creation, and you want to aim for as high a rarity as you can on creation as well, because that's really going to help with later. But again, this is in-game, alright? If you are still struggling to get materials and things like that, this should not be where your focus is, alright? Because you're going to be just trying to make sure you have even just the right things. Do you even have a water blow? Do you have a blizzard blow to run the different events and whatnot? This is for, alright, cool, I've cleared all the beginning content, I need to move into the harder content. This is what I need. In-game, right? So, there's your introduction into all of that. You do have the ability to expand materia slots. I've seen people doing this, and again, I don't see a reason for it. With how many materia we have right now, again, you can have upwards of 100. With the different types we have, and if you're crafting and using the different things, I don't see a point in it, alright? To me, right now, it feels like a waste. I'm not saying it is, but it feels like one. Could we... These cures, I didn't like how they turned out. Like, even then, 2 5-star or level 5 3-star materia is only giving me half. That, but we're not going to do that. We're just testing there. All right. So, like I said, this was part 3 in my helpful tip series. It's actually the last I have of my notes when it comes to the things I wanted to talk about. I'm sure there are some things that maybe I glossed over that somebody might point out, and I'm more than happy to make a follow-up video that covers some of those points, or as we get new mechanics in the game. Again, I'm more than happy to cover those as well. So I think this will be the last for now, unless I have to make an addendum. Thank you guys for watching these. The first 2 have gotten quite a few watches already. I've gotten some subscriptions off of those. Thanks to those of you who are subscribing. And again, for those of you who are new, who are not subscribed, if the things I talked about here were helpful for you, maybe you didn't understand how the concept worked, and this kind of helped you out, I'd love to have you subscribe. It kind of lets me know that what I'm doing was helpful, and to keep kind of doing stuff like this. Leave that like below. If you have a comment, was there something I said that you liked, that you didn't know about? Was there something that I glossed over? Leave that down in the comments so the other people can know, and we can, like I said, make that addendum video and add in those things. Again, these things also help the algorithm and will help these videos find more people out there. So thanks again for watching, guys. Again, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for the notifications, leave that comment, and I'll see you in the next one.